Mr. Chair.
Call clear, Karen.
Mr. Chair, thank you. I'd like to take another call on this bill, and I do think that one of the most important things about the impact of this bill, apart from trying to stamp down on the illegal trafficking of materials into and counterfeit merchandise into New Zealand, is that it's about encouraging innovation, and it's trying to take a piece of legislation and update it and modernise it. And that is a really important thing to do, and I'd like to commend the government on doing that and hope that all other pieces of legislation are treated in that vein, and that it's important that all governments take the view that they actually don't know everything, and that they can actually move with the times and learn a few things along the way. And I note that the minister's shaking his head, so I guess that means that he disagrees with me and thinks that he does know everything. Which is a pity, because he doesn't. And it would be a good thing to acknowledge that. But the important thing about this bill is going back to the extent of the problem, where we talked about, I think Pete Hodgson talked about the 260,000 items being detained each year. I don't know when that was last updated, but that's a lot of items, and it could be that there are many, many more items out there that need to be could be detained, and where prosecutions could be brought in, and whether I think it's the National Enforcement Unit could actually exercise its powers and become much more efficient, and there would be the effect of stamping down on the illegal counterfeiting of goods and pirated works, which is ultimately the intent of this bill. And I'd just like to say, from the industry's point of view, just exactly how industry is likely to benefit from the enforcement that will occur across the nation, and hopefully as a result of it. And I think it's difficult to quantify them, and I think that was acknowledged during the development of the bill, but that it was said that enforcement action by the National Enforcement Unit is expected to lead to a significant reduction in that manufacture, importation and sale of counterfeits in New Zealand through that deterrent effect. And we are talking about large numbers of items and significant ability for people to make money out of this. And that deterrent effect is really important, that the reduction in the sale of counterfeits is likely to result in increased sales for rights holders and the increase in their profits from the New Zealand market, and to increase the reputation of the quality of the rights holders' goods. That's that important brand that I was talking about. And as Pete Hodgson has rightly said, that there is can be a difficulty in determining the difference between the real bona fide brand and the counterfeit brand, that it's extremely important that the manufacturers of those bona fide brands actually have the ability to reap the rewards and the profits from them, rather than having to compete against those knockoff items as they've been described, which, while they might not look a lot different, generally are of much poorer quality. And I think what we've heard is that in some cases that there are personal health and safety risks associated with them. And I think one of the memorable phrases from tonight was the exploding pyjamas, which I'm not quite sure whether that was what was meant, but it certainly has left an enduring visual memory. in terms of the impact of those exploding pyjamas, Mr. Chair.
Joe, could you?